He can fly! You can't chase a flying void creature. And Febiven is caught out once again. Perkz kills Febiven. The Rift walk forward. Humanoid's got one. Not gonna matter for the counter-strike. That's a double kill.
When playoffs came in the first split, we crumbled a bit under the pressure. But ever since then, it's been on an upward slope. In every single game, we go into the game with the mentality that we need to have fun. And we will have fun. Quite amazing, to be honest. We only have positive feelings towards each other and towards the future.
Crowdy, gigantic damage onto Limit. Gen X takes the blast going, and that's Croucher already down. He's blown up by Wonder. A kill for Perkz.
We went from being very confident and saying it doesn't matter how we end up the regular split to being, okay, are we actually that bad? What's going on? But now that we actually had 2 weeks of practice in a row where we actually could read the meta and learn about it and get comfortable on picks, I think it shows that we're like just playing way better. I think when a good win streak, and now that we can actually set up what we think is good, it's way easier. So we genuinely believe that we're that strong.
You're right, 4 bot lane bans, but Kalista will not be one of them. The immediate first pick lock-in. Now, in the past, Mad Lions have been very good at adapting and punishing meta bot laners. We think
obviously, Ashe is always going to be a good pick into the Kalista, but I also feel that you could also just go the Sinner route, especially when you already see a Shin and a Hecarim. We saw the power of Hecarim yesterday for Gilius.
With a Taric stun mounted onto him on top of a Taric ultimate, that is one unkillable pony who will most certainly one-shot any squishy member on the opposite team. But Mad Lions, something else you might see on your screen is the fact that it's 100 LEC playoff games for Jankos. He's now tied with Hylissang, also at 100, of course, till he plays. Maybe his 100th game will be a win, maybe not. We're going to get to find out.
He's old now.
He's an old man. We did it. We had him on EU4.
Well, he's playing set, guys. He's officially, his hands have officially gone bad. That's how you know.
Who usually needs a lot of farm, Humanoid, should be able to sidestep that. They're
forward,
forcing flash.
extra movement speed.
Gotta watch the chains.
Have to walk away. One more auto. Caps is going to finish that off. First blood going over to Jankos.
Getting that flash out from Humanoid early, that powerful lane prio that you typically get from Azir suddenly gets a lot harder to utilize as the junglers fight for the side.
There's the priority that you were talking about there, Vedius. Without flash, Humanoid has to have the big wave crash into him, and immediately Caps and Jankos start bleeding over into
It's a very strong ability, but if he falls too far behind, the Gangplank will outvalue, as we now see a bit of aggressive trading in the bottom lane.
But it's one of the nice things about Taric, especially into Nautilus. Like Rakan, like Nautilus, when they just kind of go in a straight line at you, Taric
basically allows. Look at Jankos and Perkz right now. They're basically saying, if you come anywhere near my line, you are going to die.
Oh no, they brought Mickey too!
The Humanoid dies meme was last split. You can't bring it back this split. It's outdated. Oh, it's not outdated. Oh no, Humanoid, not like this. Perkz now on the chase down, flashing through, waiting to pull the spears out. One more, boom, gets him on the fade away. That
really good wave management coming out from Caps. But now Madwa answer back. They brought 4 in mid.
It's going to be tough for them to follow up any further, though, but I like that there's a bit of aggression coming out. Very first, Mad Lions, what is the play here? Everyone has abandoned the bottom lane. Herald seems to be the focus. The Hex Flash over the wall. They will catch out Kaiser. Now the GP ult is coming in. Kaiser trying to find the disengage. Is going to get pulled back, though. Arome now in the midst of the fight has locked up a Perkz. Perkz pulling back, though, with the ultimate. Now going to throw back in and lock Humanoid out. In the meantime, G2 getting a kill. Mad Lions walking away empty-handed. Another hook comes out just in time to take down Arome, and G2 are demolishing Mad.
That is absolute disaster. Look at that gold lead at only 9 minutes in the game on a... That's fine. Bring extra members there because you need to help Humanoid out with his wave, but this actually just looks like indecision from me for Mad Lions. Were they going to try to force the Herald, or are they just helping Humanoid reset his wave? They get caught out, and now they're at a massive gold disadvantage against a composition that's just going to run away from them.
It's the classic question that so many casters ask, which is, why are they fighting right now? You can see that Mad Lions is trying to help Humanoid push out the wave so that he's not permanently getting frozen on.
Sadly, they're just so far behind. There's not a lot of options, and Kaiser gonna have to run for the hills, waiting for now on the ultimate, is gonna get pulled back here. Aftershock still proc. Doesn't look like he wants to use it at this stage. Pullback is there, and he will.
He was just trying to get a bit of vision in his own half of the jungle, but now, ultimate from Humanoid.
Scooped back. Ooh, the E will not connect. Big ulti coming in. Caps with the sidestep, though, will walk away, and that has to hurt.
For a deep flank here, so perhaps they catch Perkz out. Here comes Shen.
Gonna get dunked back down. Now the TP's coming in. Jankos is gonna be able to buy so much time. Arome now has to run for his life. They're instead gonna try to turn on Mickey. Mickey can spider not his way out. He's waiting. The delayed route will connect there, and now another TP coming in on top of the GPL. But Mad Lions, they're here because Mad are not gonna get a chance to stay out. They're not gonna get a chance to play the composition the way they intended to. Arome just barely out of the range of the hook. Has to wait on the the Spirit's Refuge to block as much damage as he can, now trying to dash to safety, knowing that Jankos will spell his death. Rome now making it out, but Shadow, Torkoal now mounted to him, is going to go right in onto Wonder, trying to get some damage down, but they just don't have the stats. The Hecarim is so weak, he does no damage.
Also, really well turret aggro management there to secure it, although I think that they are a bit more reliant on it because they are against an Azir.
Can we go to the pit full screen just for a second here? Because Caps just, by the way, while we're talking, just in the little picture on the corner of your screen, just got a flash out from Arome. Never mind, we have to fight in 2 places at the same time. It is a G2 game, why not? Torkoal now coming in, suplex dunking down, but the damage is going to connect, however, not nearly enough. Haymaker coming in, Arome now in the midst of the entire team. Perkz throwing Mickey back to the front line, but not going to get a lot. Fighting in the funnel here, actually very good for this Azir, but he can't really get in a comfortable position to auto. Caps to the backside, doesn't have the damage to finish the job. The delayed snare, now the Hecarim moving in. Wonder has to run for the hill. Shadow wants to turn it, he gets Perkz. He looks to Wonder. This is so much gold for the Hecarim. Oh my god, 3 shutdowns for the Hecarim. This is nightmare status for G2. I didn't know how mad we're going to find a way back in, but that is a damn good start.
And just as you said it, Dracos, the sheer amount of gold that Shadow just picked up there is massive. There's, oh god, oh no.
You know, and we were just talking about how if Mad came back into this game to come back, Dracos, you summed it up perfectly. This position is fantastic for an Azir. He's just free to just sit back with his soldiers. The ultimate from Tarek coming up clutch because he was going to die without it, that's for sure. But notice how his soldiers, you can't get past them. They're just dealing so much damage. Yes, Mad gets zoned back a little bit by the GP ultimate, but the moment G2 go for this re-engage, this is when things start looking great for Mad.
And that's the range that we were talking about in draft phase. You know, especially in these choke points, like you said, Vedius, against Senna and Azir, it is really difficult for G2's composition to get into that backline outside of LeBlanc and assassinate.
But now Caps continuing to dive forward. The teams are not done yet. They're ready to fight. Ocean Soul for G2. That said, G2 now painfully aware of what they have to throw away after the previous fight. Arome, no flash after Caps' play previously in the side lane. Shadow on the backside, ulting over the wall, but not immediately hitting someone. Perkz is just going to get dunked down, though. Clean coordination coming in from Mad Lions. Janko's trying to buy a bit more space for Wonder and Caps. What can they get done? Mickey in the midst of everything, but no, the GP and the LeBlanc just running down Mad Lion. Shadow wants to get something back. Janko's with the pullback, and it's 3 members still standing for G2. Are you kidding me?
Gangplank ultimate and LeBlanc will just delete people.
And now Arome's running once again. They really want to punish this man for not having a flash for the second fight in a row. Redemption now coming in, though, trying to focus their damage onto Wonder. Big ult coming in from the center, going to do a good amount back, but now Wonder running for the hill. Shadow going to be in trouble. Shen coming back in with the ultimate. Shadow too little, too late on the Tarek ultimate. The rest of the team now collapsing. Carzzy does not have a lot of damage, however. Humanoid trying to throw down as much as he can off to the side, but Caps too mobile. Remember, 19 stacks on the Magi. Potentially more on the back of that last play, but Perkz sticking around for too long. Currently outranged. Mickey in the midst of everything. Caps waiting for the double distortion in. Doesn't have the cooldown quite yet. Will get snared on the backside, but they're just chasing them down. Slowly but surely, G2 are pulling ahead in the fight. The Ocean Soul healing them so much across this exchange. Can't hit a target quite yet, but can hit a hook. Caps jumping in. Kaiser certainly next on the list. Carzzy going to follow. There is nothing left to be done. G2 are dissecting Mad Lions.
I feel like this is the book versus the horse right now.
I mean, it's true, but he's still only level 12. Even Perkz is a higher level than him right now. They're going to secure that bot inhibitor, and as you rightly said, Frost, I think that fight was just very patient, very well played from G2, and the player I want to draw attention to in this fight is actually Perkz when he joins it later. So G2 think they found a good pick here. Hecarim, thanks to the mobility, is able to make his way down, assist in this 2 versus 2, and you could see initially, actually, oh, this fight is actually looking pretty good for Mad Lions. You know, the Gangplank takes a lot of damage, Perkz, and then keep your eyes on what Perkz does in this situation here. He's keeping his position because he's aware that the Azir is coming from the TP, and he wants to back off a little bit. So we're going to see, just notice how he's staying just out of range and avoiding Humanoid. He knows, okay, I can't commit just yet. I've got to wait for the Nautilus to arrive. The moment Nautilus goes in, Caps goes in. And this is when you start to see Mad getting sporadic. They're not sure who to focus in the fight, and that's when Perkz sees his opportunity, gets the kill onto Humanoid, and now the rest can clean up. And just a lot of really good small decision-making from Mickey, Caps, and Perkz here to actually come out ahead, even though they were at a numbers disadvantage in this fight.
And Kaiser tries to body block the hook, tries to put himself in a position to sacrifice his life for Carzzy, but it will not work. And now G2 are just hunting. Humanoid running for the hills. The GP, oh god, there's no escape. Yanko suplexes him over the wall. dunks him down, and this feels like it's going to be it for Mad Lions. Ocean Soul, there's just too much. I mean, then they got Ocean Soul. They're just too strong, right? But the thing I want to talk about is that when we jumped into this series, Vedius, you brought up with the previous series.
Knew the Kalista would be locked in. They had a dive comp in mind. Ooh, as we see an engage on the Wonder.
Hold back, does have the Hourglass, buys himself a bit more time. Stopwatch. Rather's Wonder is now going to get one shot. They're fighting in a funnel once again. Perfect setup for Humanoid. He's going to do a good amount of damage back onto Jankos. Jankos will get shredded down. Not nearly enough of a shield from the Grit. Carzzy now on the chase, slowing him down slowly but surely, trying to finish this one off. Perkz with the pullback. Will they look for the re-engage? You can tell that they're debating, but the minions are already pushing into the base. The more time. Oh my god, the damage from Caps. 25 stack Magi's. He's just playing with his food, leaping in, leaping out. All too easy as Perkz just continues to run. Humanoid trying to slide and glide his way in, but the double kill now for Perkz. Looking for a triple, a perfect hook for Mickey, and they're just making a montage right on the corpses of Mad Lions. All too easy, and that's going to do it here in Game 1. G2 reigns supreme. Unless the minions, no, they'll be there in time.
And the three-man squad of Perkz, Mickey, and Caps once again showcasing great patience, great positioning to come out on top. A convincing Game 1 from G2 Esports.
And the question we had is who was going to return to form, and G2 have certainly returned to form. This is final boss G2 in Game 1 of the series.
Have to see if Mad Lions will be prepared in the games to follow. For now, G2 and Caps going legendary across this game. A dominant performance in Game 1.
Now back to your question, Dracos. Before all of the chaos took hold, do Mad Lions try to contest in the early game?
Ooh! Masterclass in snowballing, a bit of inting. Classic G2.
Yeah, you can't forget the tiny inting. 1,500 gold. You give more over to that snowball team, it's going to be really tough, but they were already behind with the scaling comp, so they weren't ever going to win that 5v5.
Actually, in this one, the man was on fire, and you've not stopped singing his praises, and look, 9-0 and 11.
Okay, look, he's not that good. He's just a Magi's abuser. Okay? No, the man's insane. Like, he's never dying, and I just want to know how many games this split he's gotten 25 stacks on his Magi's.
Yeah,
because honestly, like, he knows how to play those fights later on in the game, how he balances it on an edge. So well done on that.